Hello everyone. Which is more painful, childbirth or castration? What about childbirth versus the pain of bone cancer? Let's find out together. First, let's explore the pain measurement scale used in medicine. It's called the VAS, which stands for Visual Analog Scale. This is the scale doctors use to measure pain. You might be wondering, is the scale really accurate? For example, since men can't experience childbirth, how can they know if being kicked in the groin is more painful than labor? The truth is, this scale isn't absolutely perfectly accurate. And it's true, no one has experienced every type of pain to compare them all. So scientists analyze pain by measuring the patient's own perception. For example, they give a patient a ruler from 1 to 10 and ask them to rate the pain they just experienced. Then they compile all the data. This method has a drawback. Some people who have never experienced pain greater than childbirth will rate labor as the most painful, giving it a 10. For another example, the pain from an appendectomy can vary. Some people have a high pain tolerance, while others don't. Some people's pain medicine works, for others it doesn't. Some doctors perform a neat surgery, while others carve you open like a pig. So the pain they experience will be different, even though it's the same type of pain from an appendectomy. However, this method also has a benefit. By comparing data, people can get an idea of different types of pain. For example, a man will never experience childbirth pain, so he'll never know how terrible it is. But let's say a man gets kicked and ruptures a testicle, and he rates that pain as equal to an appendectomy. A woman who has had an appendectomy might rate it as only a 7 out of 10 compared to childbirth, which she rates as a 10. So we can logically infer that getting kicked in the groin is less painful than childbirth. The criteria for evaluation are the intensity and duration of the pain. If two types of pain feel similar, but one lasts a long time and the other is fleeting, they will be ranked at different levels. So now let's look at the VAS ranking of different types of pain to see what level of pain you've experienced in your life. Classification of pain levels. Level 1, mildest pain. This is a very mild pain, like a bug bite. Examples include pain from an injection, a slight stomachache after eating spicy food, or a stomachache before going to the bathroom. Level 2, mild pain. This is the kind of pain you feel in your legs after a run, back pain from sitting for a long time, something office workers know well, a headache when you're tired, or a pain from a pinch. Level 3, mild pain beginning to ouch. This is the highest level of mild pain. It's the kind that makes you wince. Like level 2, but it lasts longer. For example, falling while running and scraping your knee, making you walk with a limp. Or waking up with a sore neck after sleeping in a bad position so you can't turn your head. Or pain from a simple tooth extraction, not a wisdom tooth. For internal organs, it could be a stomachache from constipation. Level 4, moderate pain. This is the feeling you get after a wisdom tooth extraction or pain from a sprained ankle or wrist after a fall. It also includes the pain from an appendectomy 1 day post-surgery or menstrual cramps. To be honest, menstrual pain is hard to generalize. I've seen a friend's ex-girlfriends. Some would be fine and run around playing, while others would be writhing in agony with a face like a hippo. But generally, level 4 can be considered the highest level of pain that women experience from their periods. Level 5, moderately severe pain. This is the pain you feel from food poisoning, a sharp, stabbing pain that makes you want to curl up and hold your stomach. It also includes pain from a herniated disc, pain after gallbladder surgery, or pain during a gastroscopy. It can also be pain from a stomach ulcer or bladder pain from kidney stones. Level 6, severe pain. This is a level of pain that fewer people have to endure. For example, the pain from a hernia or body-wide pain from fibromyalgia. You'll notice that these people don't cry out, but the pain is a dull ache that lasts a long time, and their face can't relax. It can also be peripheral neuropathy for people with diabetes or a burning sensation from an appendectomy scar. Level 7, intense pain. This is the first level of intense pain. It's often the feeling of severe intestinal cramps or diarrhea, the worst you've ever had, or the pain of knee joint degeneration, where every step is a heavy effort. It also includes the pain from heart surgery 24 hours later, pain after a thyroidectomy, or pain from a gallbladder attack. In general, level 7 pain is very intense but comes in waves, like after surgery when you have to get up and walk to prevent intestinal adhesions. Level 8, very intense, prolonged pain. These are quite severe pains, and what's important is that they are continuous. Not everyone experiences these in their lifetime. They include second-degree burns all over your hands and feet, headaches so bad they feel like they're taking over one side of your face, pain from open abdominal surgery, like a C-section, mild pain from a heart attack. People with bone cancer also experience this level of pain. So people with bone cancer experience pain equal to a C-section or a severe second-degree burn, a constant burning agony. Level 9, extremely severe pain. No one would ever want to experience this kind of pain in their life. It's very intense and continuous. They include third-degree burns, a burning agony all over the body, severe acute gout attacks, pain from metastatic cancer in the spine, pain after brain surgery, pain after a hysterectomy, pain from a pulmonary embolism. Generally, even a few minutes of this pain would be a nightmare, but at level 9, people must endure it for hours, days, or even months. That's truly horrifying. Level 10, worst pain imaginable. Level 10 is the most horrifying and terrible pain, including childbirth during active labor, a feeling like your body is being torn apart, widespread late-stage cancer pain, pain from completely destroyed joints, spinal cord nerve pain, and full body pain from Guillain-Barré syndrome, pain after major heart surgery, the burning pain of skin grafts for severe burns, pain from a perforated bowel, the most intense level of pain from a heart attack. In general, level 10 includes the most horrible pains that a human can experience. However, some people who have experienced pain on the level 10 list might sometimes feel that it's not as painful as a level 9 pain. That's because when asked about their pain, they'll choose the most horrible pain they've ever experienced. But it's possible they haven't experienced many pains worse than that, so they'll rate their worst pain as a 10. For example, a person who has had childbirth, a third-degree burn, heart surgery, and then late-stage cancer will find the cancer pain is the worst, worse than childbirth. But someone who has only experienced childbirth will rate that as a 10. For me, after doing this research, I think the most pain I've ever experienced was probably a level 7, a sharp abdominal pain like being stabbed, but it only lasted for a few seconds, in a few waves before it stopped. I can't imagine what it would be like if that pain lasted for a few hours. It's true. After doing this research, I see that many people have gone through truly terrifying pain, a constant debilitating pain like skin grafts from burns or bone cancer. It's just horrifying. So, what level of pain have you experienced? Share your story.